Hi, I'm Dr. Berry, family physician, and in this short video, let's discuss the 8 causes of hunger pangs that you may experience while you're fasting. Fasting is an ancient and powerful tool that you can use to improve your health, decrease inflammation, and burn fat. But it's a new concept to many of us who are used to eating every 2 hours for our entire adult life, who've never even considered or thought of a strategy that would involve just not eating as often. So this video is going to help you understand what's causing those hunger pains and what, if anything, you should do about it. Now, if you know someone who's trying to improve their health, lose fat, decrease inflammation, please consider sharing this video with them. You can share it anywhere on social media or in your email, and it will help them get better. Just because you're feeling a hunger pain or you hear or feel your stomach growl does not mean that you should or must eat. That's what we've been taught our entire life by our moms and our grandmothers, that if they hear our stomach growl, we need to eat right then. Absolutely not true whatsoever. Now, if this video doesn't apply to everyone, if your BMI, your body mass index, is under 22, or if your body fat percentage is under 5% body fat, then when you feel a hunger pang, perhaps you should eat something. You might actually truly be hungry. But the vast majority of us, and that includes over 2/3 of the adult U.S. population, we are either overweight or obese. If you feel a hunger pain, you absolutely do not need to eat. So this video applies to the majority of people in modern society. We've been fasting for millennia. Fasting is not a fad. Fasting is not new. Fasting is something that human beings have been doing since our time on this planet. There's nothing dangerous about it. There's nothing weird about it. It used to be a part of every single major religion. Routine fasting was considered normal a few thousand years ago. So don't be afraid of fasting. Don't discount fasting as a fad. It's very powerful. It can help you attain many of your health and weight loss goals. Now let's talk about the 8 causes of hunger pangs and what you should know about them and what you should think about them. Number 1 is stress or anxiety. And this can be an acutely stressful situation, or it can be chronic stress. Either one of these can cause you to have hunger pangs. There's no reason for you to eat. This is a hormonal issue. Usually cortisol is elevated in both acute and chronic stress, and it tends to make you feel hungry or hangry. Neither of these is a reason that you need to eat. Number 2 is boredom. Many of us for years and years have just been eating out of boredom. If there's nothing else to do, we'll snack on some chips, eat a Pop-Tart or a bowl of cereal. That is never a reason to eat. And eating when you're just bored, that's going to lead to overweight and obesity and other chronic medical problems. Number 3 is you need a dopamine hit. Many of us have been eating for pleasure. We've been eating to satisfy a habit or an addiction that we may have to sugar or some of the other things that you find in very habit-forming processed food. There are many other ways to get a hit of dopamine. You can go for a walk, you can meditate, you can hug your loved ones, you can do all these things. You can be creative, you can journal, you can write, you can make a YouTube video. But boredom is never a good reason to eat. That's always going to lead to problems. Number 4 is sleep loss. And this can be if you just lose one night of sleep, you're much more likely to eat when you don't actually need food, or to overeat during a normal meal. Loss of sleep, whether it's from shift work or you just lost a night of sleep because the baby cried all night, you have to understand this raises your cortisol, and it also tweaks your other hunger hormones, and it can make you want to eat and think you need to eat when you really do not need to eat. Number 5 is hormones. These can be thyroid hormones, these can be adrenal hormones, or gender hormones. Any of these can give you hunger pains if they're not optimized and make you feel like you should eat when you have absolutely no biological need to eat food. Number 6 is environmental triggers. This can include going to a restaurant that you normally binge at, or your kids left a bowl of M&Ms sitting on the table, or you see a television commercial, or you hear a radio commercial, or you see a commercial on YouTube. Any of these things can trigger your old habits, can trigger that old monkey of addiction, and make you think you need to eat. So make sure and clear your environment of any kind of triggers like this, up to and including actually turning off the television. And then number 7 is habit. I always eat at noon, or I always eat as soon as I wake up. These are never reasons that you should actually eat. You should only eat as a mammal if you're truly hungry and you truly need nutrition from food. Big Food would love for you to believe that you should eat 3 meals a day with 3 snacks in between. You should eat breakfast as soon as you wake up, then have a snack a couple of hours later. You should have lunch at noon, and then a snack a couple of hours later, and then you should have dinner promptly at 6 or 7, and then a bedtime snack before bed. You can see how this could lead to billions of dollars profit for big food manufacturers, but what it's going to lead to for you is chronically being inflamed and miserable and tired and overweight, and perhaps even obese or morbidly obese. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button and the little bell right beside it so that every time I get a bright idea, you'll be one of the very first people to know. Also, join me on Twitter, join me on Facebook, join me on Instagram, and help me spread the message that everyone can enjoy good health and a more normal body weight if they'll apply some simple, basic, ancient principles. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.